Have you ever noticed a grain that seems to be popping up everywhere all of a sudden? Well, it turns out it's actually ancient, it's incredibly good for you, and yeah, it's making this huge comeback in modern kitchens. Today, we're diving into the powerhouse grain known as sorghum. It's a pretty wild question when you think about it, right? It totally reframes sorghum. It's not just some old relic, but a rediscovery that might just hold some powerful answers for how we eat today, not just for our own health, but for the health of the planet too. So to really get why it's so important now, we've got to look back. And I mean, way back. Let's trace sorghum's absolutely incredible 8,000-year journey across the globe. Okay, so sorghum's story kicks off more than 8,000 years ago in Northeast Africa. And what's truly amazing is just how tough this plant is. Just imagine trying to grow food in these really harsh, dry conditions where pretty much any other grain would just give up and die. But sorghum, it thrived. This wasn't just a snack, it was a lifeline. It was the cornerstone of survival that literally fed entire civilizations when nothing else could. So from its home base in Africa, sorghum basically went on a world tour. You can see on this timeline how it traveled along all these ancient trade routes, heading over to India and China, and then eventually making its way to the Americas. It became a truly global grain, feeding all sorts of different people long before many of the staples we know today were even a thing. So why did ancient cultures lean on it so heavily? And, maybe more importantly, why are we so excited to bring it back into our kitchens today? Well, this next part breaks down all the incredible nutritional benefits hiding inside this little grain. First things first, fiber, and this chart shows it perfectly. Just one serving of sorghum gives you a massive chunk of the fiber you need for the whole day, and that is fantastic for your digestive health, for keeping you feeling full and satisfied, and it even helps regulate blood sugar. It's a big win. Next up, and this is a huge one for a lot of people, it is naturally gluten-free. So for anyone out there with celiac disease or any kind of gluten sensitivity, sorghum is this amazing, totally safe, and genuinely delicious alternative to wheat. You really don't have to miss out. I absolutely love this quote from our source material because it's such a great way to picture what antioxidants do. Sorghum is packed with them, and they really do act like a tiny defense army inside your body, fighting off damage and helping to keep inflammation down. And, the benefits just keep coming. Sorghum gives you a really solid amount of plant-based protein, which is so important for building and repairing muscle. It's also loaded with essential minerals. We're talking iron to keep your energy up, magnesium and phosphorus for strong bones, and even zinc to keep your immune system running at full speed. Okay, so we've established it's historic, and we know it's super healthy. But how do you actually use it? Let's get into how this ancient grain has gotten a pretty fantastic modern makeover for your kitchen. This is where its versatility just blows me away. You can use the whole grain, which has this wonderful, chewy texture, perfect for salads or grain bowls. The flour, it's a total game changer for gluten-free baking. And you have got to try popped sorghum. It's like this tiny, super crunchy popcorn. And then there's the syrup, which is a really unique, earthy kind of natural sweet. Now, this next point is absolutely crucial, and it really goes beyond just what's on our plates. Remember how tough it was 8,000 years ago? Well, that same resilience makes sorghum an incredibly sustainable crop for today. It's naturally drought tolerant, so it uses way less water than other thirsty grains like corn. That makes it a seriously eco-friendly choice. So, are you ready to give it a shot? I promise it's way easier than you think. Let's walk through a super simple recipe that's going to make you a sorghum fan in no time. Cooking the whole grain is pretty much like cooking rice. It just takes a little bit longer. Here's a pro tip. Use vegetable or chicken broth instead of water. It infuses so much extra flavor right from the get-go. You just let it simmer until it's nice and tender with that satisfying chew. All right, once the sorghum is cooked, the real fun begins. Use that as your base. Throw in some roasted veggies, add whatever protein you're feeling, like chicken or chickpeas, and then finish it all off with a delicious dressing. It soaks up flavors beautifully, so you really can't mess it up. So there you have it. From an ancient African staple to a modern nutritional powerhouse, sorghum is sustainable, it's versatile, and it's just packed with good stuff. It really is a grain worth rediscovering. Which, of course, leaves us with just one question for you. What's your favorite way to enjoy it?